Welcome to the Newsflash of the 20th of November 2022, and I have some interesting topics to talk about today. And we have, for example, the brand new update for the Xperia 1 Mark IV that I have here, the Android 13 update that arrived here last week, and I did already do a video about this, and it's running very smooth, even smoother than Android 12, especially with the brand new update. They have some nice additions here as well, like for example, what I really like is the possibility to have the fingerprint reader also only read your fingerprint, not only by touching, but only if you press the power button to unlock. So you don't have these things if you like accidentally touch it by putting it in your bag or something like this, that it registers this as fingerprint reading attempt and then blocks your device at one point if you want to get it. It's not there anymore. So this is one very interesting thing, the new Android 13 update. And it also will come hopefully for the 5 Mark IV very soon. Here I still have Android 12, but this version had already the fingerprint unlock, press to fingerprint unlock, not only touch option. So I'm very interested to see also the upgrade for the Xperia 5 Mark IV as well. Then we have the Xiaomi device. I have the Xiaomi device currently recording the 12S Ultra, but also some... Actually, I have no cable here right now, so I can go to the back and get you two Xiaomi devices that I have here, like the 11T and the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Still very good devices. The 11T got a successor already, but those will probably also get MIUI 14 based upon Android 13, I think, and this will come out pretty soon as well. I think they're still waiting for the brand new Xiaomi 14 version. They're skipping 13 because of reasons, I don't know. Probably because, they wanted to make it MIUI 14 and Xiaomi 14, so there's no confusion there. Anyway, those devices will also get the brand new update MIUI 14, and this will hopefully bring a little bit less ads, a little bit less bloatware, or the possibility to remove bloatware very easily, and a little bit of more software features. So Xiaomi's on the boat there as well with new and interesting software features. And then we have also another topic, and it's a topic out of curiosity probably. We all have chat applications, and I have like the feeling that especially with the pandemic, lots and lots of more work or chat for work chat applications like MS Teams, but also Zoom and all the other ones are growing. Big Blue Button, for example, are growing, and now they're taking a step back, and it's a typical Microsoft move to do it, I would say. Microsoft Teams will get gaming support. And some of us that are older, my generation probably this will remind of IM, of ICQ and MSN, all the other ones that at one point added games into their feature list of more and fully packed chat applications. And this was like the end of those chat applications. Still remember ICQ number, by the way, but it was somehow the end of these kind of applications. Also with the upcoming smartphones, and they were not like built for smartphones, but also I think the major problem was like too much bloat, too much advertisements that try to make money out of it. And I think Microsoft is also going in that route. Right now they're talking about, the work teams, they work better together if they play games together in their free time, in their lunchtime or something like this. I think it's an excuse because it will open the door for probably gaming developers offering games, paid games eventually as well, or gaming passes for Microsoft Teams that allows you to, or even like exclusive things where they say, this is like team building mechanism, especially as we probably the pandemic, if the next pandemic comes or Corona comes back with a new variant that puts us into a lockdown again. it could become a new norm to have, okay, we cannot have like real-time team building methods or team building events, so we do it like online now with games. And Microsoft said, oh, we have an idea to do here, but you have to pay us. And I don't know how you think about this, but I think it's like, let the chat application be a chat application. Don't put everything into one application. We already have, like, you know what, it's the China move. WeChat, the biggest application, there's everything in: payment, social media, like a Twitter client, chat client. There's like, now they, I think, even put like an Instagram Shorts or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Stories, I think it's called, TikTok, and they put everything in one app. We don't want that. We just want one or a few features, like for chat, like, okay, emojis granted, maybe sending files and folders, maybe calling even, but that's it. We don't want anything more. We don't. Maybe desktop sharing. Yeah, desktop sharing is very important, but that's it for workplace. We don't need advertisements, we don't need games, we don't need, I don't know, music sharing of film, movie watching synchronously between various different devices via the chat application. No, we don't need this. And yeah, this is something, we don't need the metaverse. We don't need it. No, we don't need it. So we don't want it. This is, I think, I'm very interested what you think about this, because I think it's a very interesting topic, how chat applications changing. And I was never in the boat of the right chat application that took over the world. Like back in the day when ICQ was dying out, ICQ and MSN, IM dying out, I was like XMPP, Jabber, the big new thing, decentralized, everything like emails, and nope, it is apparently it died out. It's still used, I know, and I know that there's like encryption now that is very, very good, and lots of technologies that were developed for this are now also in new, modern, very highly praised projects, WhatsApp, Signal, that have a good encryption. But yeah, I was always on the wrong side of the fence here. Maybe I am not anymore with Mastodon, which is like also booming now after, yeah, Alan the Great is like doing an ELOP. If you don't know it, Google ELOP. How's it called? ELOP curve or something like this. The guy that killed Nokia. He's like put in charge of Nokia, and the stock market price of Nokia is like going almost like a straight line down. And I think it's called the ELOP curve or something like this. But what Musk is trying to do is like overtake ELOP by going really straight down with Twitter. Not only the amount of workers that are working for Twitter, but also, yeah, the amount of features, popularity, and stupid decisions. Stupid decisions are going up. And yeah. Anyway, this caused a new boom. People are going to Mastodon. What is Mastodon? Mastodon is basically what I was talking before. Jabber, XMPP, decentralized chat. Now it's a decentralized social network. A decentralized Twitter of sorts. Is a bit of different because Twitter also had this initial idea. Let's say the initial idea of Twitter, but decentralized, is, I think, Mastodon. And this is, I think, a very, very interesting platform because you can have like islands if you want to. What social media did very wrong in a way is not seeing, or it was like a consequence that had to happen because we could not imagine this, is seeing that if you create like a social media platform, when enough people are joining it, they're creating like those so-called social bubbles where they're like only sharing stuff amongst themselves, and right wings, left wings, echo, and I don't know, vegans and vegetarians, meat lovers, and whatever. So they're creating these kind of bubbles, and we identify this as an issue because some people are like seeing this as a reality, their own bubble, and they don't see themselves in a bubble. They think that this is the reality. And this is a side effect of the social media that we're learning to grasp right now. And I think with Mastodon, where it's doing right, the right thing is like saying, okay, with this decentralized way, they're also directly saying, okay, we are creating a server for example, ex-Twitter employees. And now ex-Twitter employees are joining there. So you have like your own bubble, but when you're joining there, you with your right mind, with your conscious, you are joining there. You have a Mastodon client for people who like Asian cooking, people who like, I don't know, German cooking. German cooking is not so good, but Bratwurst and sauerkraut, yeah. Schnitzel as well. Anyway, so you can create, you are joining those groups. You have some social groups, more general groups, like the first Mastodon server, I think Mastodon Social. But you can have like interest groups, specific Mastodon groups. And of course, those groups are not completely isolated. You're joining this one server because you want to explore people with your same mind. But this is like a conscious decision. It's not like I go to Facebook to get my news. It's like, okay, Facebook, there are lots of people there. But if I say I go to the butcher to get my news, then it would be a bit awkward, no? But if you say I go to the butcher to get nice recipes for how to do my next schnitzel or steak better for the grilling season, barbecue season next time, then it is something, well, okay, understandable. So it is a different kind of ISO mindset that is there on Mastodon. Of course, there's the general talks, and it's not like the butchers are not allowed to talk about politics. Of course, they can see all the other instances. They can see all the other people tooting, publishing their opinions, publishing their short texts there and react on them, get in a conversation and so on. So they are connected there, but they're aware because they're joining this one circle there. They're aware that they're in this circle. So this circle is purposely treating them more stuff of their own interest than all the other things. If you are joining, of course, a general kind of, then you get the general kind of opinions there as well. And I think this is a better way of dealing with social networks, a more modern way of dealing with social networks, just from the mindset view and the view how social networks should work. A solution for the issue that people are trapped in a bubble where they think this is reality, this is the general public, and they're not seeing it. This is maybe a solution for this. But technically it's also very interesting because technically, of course, if you have one server that is like going down or someone cannot pay it anymore, or there was an attack on this one server, not all the other ones can still work. If Twitter is down, then no one can tweet anymore. If one Mastodon instance is down, they can still toot around, they can still publish their texts. And yeah, by the way, toot is a very, very cool word. And the better word is, I think, the German word, which is called tröd, with umlaut, ne? With two dots there. Yeah. Anyway, so if you're interested in Mastodon, I would really recommend you to take a look at it because it's like booming. Of course, it is. I'm like in my bubble, Mastodon Social, which is like more like a German kind of bubble, but I can see general kind of bubble. I was one of the early adopters. So I can see that it is getting bigger and bigger and more interesting persons are joining there, people are joining there. And at least in my interest group, and maybe you find also some interesting conversations that you can have there with people without all the, we have to make money, so we put ads, or we are not like sorting the messages by time, just by relevance that our secret algorithm figures out somehow. No, it is sorted by time, and it's working a bit differently than Twitter for sure. And Twitter is not a one-to-one replacement for Twitter for sure, but it's a new interesting experiment, new interesting way to communicate eventually with people. And eventually you will find out yourself. I've figured it out myself after the last 3 weeks, I think, that I'm more and more posting on Mastodon. I get more reactions, more interactions there than on Twitter. That doesn't mean that I'm not tweeting anymore or something like this, but I tend, if I want to start something, writing something, an interesting thing that I figured out, go to Mastodon instead of Twitter. And maybe there's something for you as well. And I think someone is tooting at me right now. So that's basically it for this Newsflash. What about videos? Videos coming out, videos. I think there will be a video about the Honor 70 for sure that I will do, because it's like, as a representative of a mid-range phone, and I think one of the best mid-range phones released this year to date, I did a little video, was walking in the woods, doing some nice little videos about how to take good photos and why you only need mid-range devices for taking good photos, how you can take good photos with a mid-range device. You don't have to buy. I know I'm doing all these flagship photos because I'm interested technically and which one is the best and so on. But if you just take occasionally photos and you don't have this as a hobby, mid-range phone, 1, 2, 3 years maybe, is good enough for taking photos if you use the right approach, right tips and tricks on how to frame certain things, ideas how to make things look more interesting, and all of this I will do in a new video, of course. Then there's some other things coming up, but I want to mention that I will be on another vacation starting next week. So that means that it will be probably a bit less videos coming out eventually. I'm not sure if I've maybe finished to do some videos on in the vacations. And no new devices, no new devices. Some videos will come out. I'm thinking about the Honor 70. I don't think I made a video comparison with the Xiaomi 11T. I know I have on the Xiaomi 11T still the Leica camera app, but maybe I will upgrade it to the newest, latest firmware that improves the camera quality a bit, but disables the possibility to use the Leica app. So there probably will come out a video about this one. Then I have this good old device, and if you can tell me in the comments what this device is, probably I will also do some nice interesting things here, because I think this tells you everything about that you need to know about this device. But yeah, this device, I really rediscovered it again. Still don't like the software support, which is like shitty. To be honest, at least here in Germany, but I will probably do a video, some kind of video with it as well. And so some more videos will come out. Probably if the Android 13 update comes out with some new interesting features, I will also cover it for the Xperia 5 Mark IV. Otherwise, that's it for this Newsflash of the 20th of November 2022. If you have some questions, suggestions and so on, write it down in the comment section. If you want to send me a Google Pixel 7 or 7 Pro for testing, for doing camera comparisons, because I heard lots of people, well, I want a Pixel, you can contact me as well. Otherwise, that's it. And probably not in 1 week another Newsflash, but the week after, hopefully, another Newsflash. That's it for this video. Until the next time, bye.